lot of attention today. And they're off. 250C. Always hold my breath through that one.
I'm telling you, man, we've had several blown first turns this afternoon, though. There have been several guys in several classes go right through the bales, and always one of those things about running wide. But when you tuck the inside, man, you really stand the chance of getting run over on the inside.
Well, that inside rut there coming out of the hole shot four is certainly taking its toll on some riders. The 72 grabbing the early lead is Duza from Castle Rock, Colorado on a Imandi MX Moto Adventure Kawasaki backed by Moose Racing in the Blue River. And I'm not sure that he got the hole shot. Yeah, he did get the hole shot according to our hole shot clock. So we got that, and he's got the early lead. So he is one of those riders that has been able to capitalize on it, crossing that hole shot stripe first. You know, it seems like we've seen a lot of those guys under fire and pressure early on, and sometimes dropping back third or fourth place position by the time they reach the end of lap one, but not Duza.
And he's taking advantage of that because this track is gnarly right now, Rodney. Take a look at it. Insides, outsides. A lot of times we'll go out to the fringes and start looking for really smooth parts, but too late for that. Those guys have already been out to the fringes. The fringes are used up. There is no more smooth surface out there right now. Those guys have used every square inch of the track. Duza, as you said, still out front on that Kawasaki number 72. Makes his way back into sight. Around the Polysport Beach turn, here we go. First time around for our leaders. Still the number 72, Duza, out front. Making his way across the line right now. Going to get an idea on our timing and scoring, what we're looking at here.
2 to 153. Oh, okay, wait a minute. This is
right.
First lap.
Lap,
I was like,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Those are some wild lap times right there. Okay, yeah, that's from the start. Sorry about that.
Marshall Bussey in that number 2 position. Justin Burge rides into 3 on the gas number 61. KTM mounted Walker McReel on the number 4 position. Axel Paulson rides in 5th. Max Schroyer, he's on the gas number 23. He rides in the 6th spot, while Brandon Harden rides in 7th. Jake Colbert in the 8th spot. Adam Hain in the 9th position. And Robert Schuster rounds out your top 10. Just a little further back, Kai Sorella, Juan Montoya, Carson Mills, Chance Hayward, and Austin Abernathy completing the top 15. 250C, this one, of course, this one's going to go 20 minutes.
Yeah, I believe this one probably is 15.
Yeah, I see that we've got remaining time, 17, so this should be a 15-minute moto.
Yeah, I say that's what will happen, so.
Yeah, good deal. Want to make sure I wasn't messed up on that. So all of our C classes, of course, 115 and have done so far today. Now starting to see some more shadows, Rodney, coming into play. Going to be a issue here this afternoon coming out of this extreme bright sunlight as you work your way back into Storyland. From out back by the waterworks, you're just getting blasted by the sun straight in the face.
I tell you, that's the nature of the beast here at Loretta Lynn's and any moto track you go to, honestly, with the sun. The only saving grace sometime is an overcast and cloudy day. We have fortunately been presented with a lot of great sunshine today, but it's also creating a lot of heat. And I tell you, Duza, wow, what a doozy he's got going on right now. He is like, he had a 3-second lead nearly when he came by the finish line the first time, and he is at least doubled that, close to doubled that. The number 17 machine of Marshall Bussey, Justin Burge, Walker McReel, that second, third, and fourth place positions right now. And they've got some battles. Here comes the 19 machine as well. Brandon Harden up from the number 7 spot, trying to break into a top 5.
Yeah, we absolutely have a battle right now, Rodney. When you take a look at it, Marshall Bussey, he had a clear track as well because he was about 6 seconds behind your leader, but he has the pressure from behind Burge, and I believe that was Harden definitely trying to make the move. Take a look at the monitors. They work their way around the billboard turn.
Well, but Bussey yeah, I thought he was in a little trouble there.
He's under attack right now, no question about that.
And I think he may have just, yeah, well, but they're going to crisscross up. Let's see what happens here going through the hole shot forest now.
Harden, he goes to the inside. Harden sees if he can make it happen. The number 17, Marshall Bussey, answers back. Look at this, Rodney. These guys really pushing the limits of these bikes right now. Into the 10 Commandments we go, just about 3 wide. Starting to see way different line choices right now. Not quite as deep as it was there just a little bit ago. These guys starting to use some of the outside lines as well. So as we look at the middle of the track, that's one of the smoother parts as we move later into the day. So those guys are pretty much moving the lines over just a bit closer to the outside, but not using that rail berm. As you see both of those guys right there trying to find good traction. Getting extremely deep on the insides right now. Everybody's played that out.
Dawson Cobb.
Yeah, got a challenge.
Yeah. Dawson Cobb's the rider to watch out for, I guess, if you're not already watching him, I believe. Marshall, Bus is still under pressure there as we near the completion. This is the 41 marker. Oh, McGreal gets around now. So Bus has got to feel like a moving target right now with riders taking their turns. Brandon Harden now trying to close gap up to challenge for a top 3 position, but looking back in the pack right now, back in the number 11 position, the 15 of Dawson Cobb turning a 2:07.8 amongst 2:15s, 2:19s, 2:13s. So he has every bit of 4 to 5 to nearly 8 seconds faster than everyone he's riding with back there now. And Cobb now up to a number 9 spot as he checks in with 3 laps complete, still in the 2:07 range, and getting by Max Schroyer and Kwan Mattiola just ahead of him now. We'll see if he's able to track him down.
I got to tell you, Mattiola impressed me the other day in practice, had some real good speed, some real good lap times, and was using a pretty unique system, Rodney, where he was just simply crossing over the track, crossing some of the ruts as well instead of riding through the ruts. Had a real good technique.
Absolutely. Speaking of technique, I was just noticing that Blythe Duza has like a textbook technique when he
looks good, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, coming through those 10 Commandments, it looks like he studied every film and every book and listened to every coach that's probably ever told him anything. Elbows up, son. Keep,
Funny you say that, because that's a tough technique to master right there. When I was growing up, it was all Gary Bailey videos. That was called the rowboat. You moved with a bike, use those elbows like that. And he does a masterful job of executing that technique.
Absolutely. Duza up front. But again, I'm keeping an eye on the 15 of Dawson Cobb back there now in 9th and up to, I believe, at least 8th place position. If we can catch up with him. Harden's still back in the number 2 spot. Burge, McGreal. Actually, what happened? Yeah, McGreal. There's McGreal. McGreal should be closing up. Maybe not on Burge. I thought we might see a challenge for a top 3 here in just a few moments. Had the momentum and the pace he was going anyway. It looked like it was going.
Yeah, Rob, I believe that was what was cooking up, what was brewing. Looked like the perfect storm there for just a few moments.
Duza coming through the Polysport Beach turn now.
Brandon Harden right behind him in that number 2 position. So that,
yeah,
I believe that is going to be, the 61.
Burge in the number 3 spot. Walker McGreal. And now look at this. This is where it starts to tighten up.
No. Yeah, that's 61.
All right, so here's where it starts to tighten up. I mean, we see where it goes Duza, Harden, Burge goes through, McGreal, then Busey. Oh, what happened to Busey? He must have gone down because Paulson's up. Cobb is up to 6th place now, and Busey now into the number 7 spot. Mattiola 8th, Micah Grubbs in 9th. Max Schroyer rounds out your top 10 after 4.
So, yeah, something happening there with the number 17 machine. But Mattiola not able to capitalize on it. Cobb, Passalon, and McGreal were.
And Cobb still 2:08s that time around. 2:12 ahead of him is Alex Paulson, so he should be by there less than a half a second ahead. I don't know what happened to the 17 machine. Wasn't looking out the window. Didn't see.
I got to tell you, it would be concerning. We're still looking at a 20-minute clock. And that would be a concern if you're Blythe Duza or Brandon Harden.
Right.
For sure.
So we'll see I'm sure here in just a few moments what's going to happen with the official flagging system down here. The cross flags are out right now. So they are at the halfway point. They must be giving these boys a 20-minute-er. 20-minute-er. Did you like that word?
I like that, 20-minute-er.
But wow.
I could do a 5-minute-er.
Right? I'll tell you what.
Listen,
I mean,
that could be a game changer.
It very well could. And here's the thing, like you said, most of our C classes, traditionally, they're a 15-minute race. That's probably what a lot of these guys have trained for. Couple
now
that.
We got
okay. All right, that's making more sense now. So we're now down
4:51, not 9:51.
2-lap cord is out. Now I think so that's what happened. The finish lane flagger was also going under the same assessment.
Yes,
he's been informed now by the referee.
Yep.
That is not the case. This is a 2-lap board lap coming up right here. So I believe we'll see the 2-lap board for Blythe Duza. Yep, there it is. So we are right on track. So yeah, so a big sigh of relief for I'm sure everybody over in the Yamaha pits right now. They're probably said, we only trained for 15 minutes.
Oh, they were going crazy over there. They were.
So Justin Bird still third. Cobb up to fourth now.
Wow.
2:06 lap time. He's 2.8 seconds behind Burge and 5 seconds faster right now. Don't be surprised.
5 seconds, dude.
Don't be surprised. The 15, Dawson Cobb on the KTM. Don't be surprised to see him possibly battling for maybe second place by the time the checkers fly on this one. If things go his way, and especially if lap traffic gives him a hand here in these final laps.
Yeah, everything's actually playing into his hand right now, if you want to know the truth about it. He's got the speed. He's still got a lap and a half left here. Got some lappers to work with.
There's Harden, your second place ride. The 19 machine. Is that Cobb already ahead of him? No, that's a lap rider.
That's Blythe, isn't it, out front, 72 on the Kawasaki that we're following. That's our leader coming right there on the Kawasaki.
Yeah, right there, yeah. Now that's the 19 right there. That was second place.
Oh, he's off the track.
Second place off the track. That's definitely going to spark a thing there for Cobb. I think Cobb's already up to third. He's smelling the blood in the water.
Wow, and late in the race, you lose a little concentration. You get tired. You lose that grip just a little bit, Rodney. Things happen, and there's an example of that. And look at this, renewed life for Cobb.
No doubt about that. And around that big Sandy monster sweeper now we go. And over the molehill and back into the heart of this race course. Wow.
Elbow to elbow there. I believe that was a lapper. That could have been costly, man.
Oh, Blythe Duza. Yeah, I think that, man, almost over jumping into a really soft spot. That 15 machine of Dawson Cobb almost went down there. I don't know if you saw it. He was on the extreme outside, but he is now up to the number 2 spot, I believe. He's around Hard now, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see that for sure. There's Duza is through. He had 6.5 seconds. Cobb is up to second, just as I said. Burge is third on the gas. Brandon Harden now back to the number 4 spot.
He turned to 2:06. He's 6 seconds faster, and he's 6 seconds behind with the white flag out. What's going to happen with lappers, Rodney? Where are we going with this one, buddy? We got less than a lap to go, and we talk about heaters. We talk about burners. What are we doing? Saving the best for last here today? What's going on, bro?
I tell you what, Blythe Duza right now, I don't know if he's got the pit board or not, but here comes the 15 machine with a head full of steam right now, and you pointed it out just perfectly. Lap traffic, if it's out there, and it gets anyone in the way of the 72 of Blythe Duza, we could see this whole thing really change quickly. But as we watch it right now, down through the 10 Commandments, things are changing before our very eyes without the assistance of lap traffic.
No way. There comes Cobb right now. Duza, he's got limited time. He has to keep this thing on 2 wheels, keep the pace, keep the focus forward, Rodney. That's all he needs to do. He's got enough time legitimately, by the lap, that he's going to ride this thing out, barring no mistakes.
Absolutely, and at this point, and that's kind of pushed to see the kind of ride that Cobb is putting forth. A second is as good as the first in this first moto as far as 3 is concerned. And what a ride for Dawson Cobb. But Blythe Duza at the same time, man.
Yeah.
He definitely a rider that is well-deserved of this win, but what a push up through the pack by Dawson Cobb, who's going to come across most likely in the number 2 spot.
And I got to tell you, he's been in the hot seat since the very beginning. He got out there the early lead, had some challenges, had a gap there for a bit, as much as 7 seconds. But right now, about a quarter of a lap to go. Blythe Duza on the number 72 machine.
They're both in the sweeper right now, but it's not going to be close enough. Duza's got just enough breathing room that he can cruise it on in. out of the Bermuda Triangle and into the finish line where he takes the checker flag and a Moto 1 win here at Loretta Lynn's in the 41st annual running of the Monster Energy AMA Amateur National Motocross Championship.
And Cobb able to cut that lead in half at the finish line. Absolutely. Still ran a 2:08 on the last lap of the race. Everybody around him, 2:12, 2:11. Including your leader, Blythe through the. Dude, fantastic ride, dude.
That was a push all the way from the very beginning. I don't know what happened to Cobb off that start. We didn't see him in the top 15 or so, and then all of a sudden he was there and he was climbing hard and fast. So Duza, Cobb, Burge, Hardin, Micah Grubbs, K1 Mattiola, Walker McGreal, Axel Paulson, Michael Bussey, and Robert Schuster are your top 10. And the BP Fuels finish line flag waves. And Blythe Duza living the dream here at Loretta Lynn's. A virtual unknown, if you will, rags to riches kind of story here in Moto number 1. Blythe Duza taking the win and talking to Mikey Waynes.
Hey, thanks, guys. Down here with Blythe Duza, man. Hey, just about as flawless as you can get. Step on up here next to this machine, man. You did all the work on it. Talk to us, man. Going home, you grabbed the Stasic hole shot. You grabbed the P1 and the gold, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I ripped that good start. Got a second draw, two classes in a row, which was sweet, and got that start and just tried to sprint away and then just keep calm.
Well, I'd say you did. You checked all the boxes, my guy. Congratulations to you on the big win, the whole shot award as well. I know you don't do it alone, man. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank my trainer, Rob Amondi. He helps us out so much. I'd also like to give a big thanks to my family. They all support me so much, especially my dad. I'd like to give a big thanks to Moto Adventure Kawasaki, Blue River Tree Care, MWC Elite, Moose Racing, and anyone else I forgot, thank you so much.
There you go. First place finisher, Blythe Duza. Good work. First place finisher and whole shot award winner. Congratulations to Blythe. Do it for the gram. Snapchatter, it didn't happen. Do it for the TikTok. All right, we're going to get P2 up here in just a second. That's the funny face? Hey, you nailed it. You nailed it. Living the dream. All right, let's get P2 up here on the box. We're going to talk to him, and then we'll talk with our third place finisher as well here in just a second. All right, Dawson Cobb, man, come on up here. Come on up around here. We'll get you in front. Let's get the jersey, everything showing for you. Talk to us, dude. A tough, hard-fought battle. Pretty close right there at the end. You had a shot.
Yes, sir. I got a bad start, and then I fell and take him out, so I was probably dead last. I just tried my best to come up.
Hey, I'd say you did pretty darn well, man. You're soaked. I don't know if it's sweat, water, whatever, but, man, you earned that one. Congratulations on that P2. Who you want to thank?
God will keep me safe. My brother, my mom and dad, BDR, Privateer Connection, the Shoals MX, Stu Baylor, and everybody else. Thank you.
There you go. Stu Baylor watching at home. Mr. Cobb, Dawson Cobb, doing it for Stu Baylor back home at the Shoals MX. He'll be stoked to hear that. Well, congratulations to you. All right, got one more rider coming up, our P3 finisher, making his way onto the box. He said, "It's so hot, Mikey Waynes, I'm losing the jersey." This is the guy doing it for the gram. Go ahead, throw that around the neck, man. Come on up here, center of this box. Burge, it's Burge, guys. Justin Burge, man, the P3 out there. Tell us about the ride, man.
I got off to a rough start. I had to push my way to the front. A few kids fell over. I was able to get around them. It was good. I got arm pump. I mean, track was rough. It was rough.
Rough to say the least. I'm going to let these guys rip past us. Oh, we're good. We're good. They can hear you. We're plenty loud. So, man, I know you don't do it alone like the last two guys. Who you want to thank?
I want to thank Cowapa Good Mountain Sports for getting me here, Callus Moto for keeping me fresh, Moto X training facility for keeping me in shape and giving me fast, SKDA for the wicked graphics, and everyone else, thank you.
There you go. Oh, and
Lee at Moto, of course.
hey. Hey, we got you. Justin Burge, your P3 finisher. That's going to do it for us down here on the podium. We'll throw it back up to you guys in the